like it's 100 people at the party. We in the middle of 100 people. There's nothing weird we could be doing in a party.
Right. Y'all are very close.
Like, baby, you run with Mike, cause whether they'll think like, oh, baby, Mike Rubin, a billionaire, and like, babe, I don't give a.
The white party is all about bringing people from different backgrounds together for an unforgettable experience. It's not just any event, this is where connections happen, big and small. Over the years, people have met their future spouses, landed huge business deals, and shared memories they'll talk about forever. With only 350 guests, it's exclusive, but that's part of the magic. The party goes on for a full 12.5 hours, with everyone letting loose and having the time of their lives. It's not just about rubbing elbows with important people, it's about real moments and creating a vibe where everyone feels connected. Sure, there's always talk and gossip about events like these, some even throw around wild theories, but at its heart, this party is about fun, laughter, and the kind of energy that sticks with you long after it's over. So, what do you think about parties like this? Are they worth the buzz, or would you rather skip the exclusivity? Let's talk about it. Lil Baby has finally broken his silence on those viral photos of him and Michael Rubin at the white party, and while he clapped back at trolls for insinuating he and Rubin have something more than friendship, Baby still praised Rubin, calling him a huge influence in his life. But hold up, because 50 Cent has joined the chat and made some interesting comments that got fans wondering if there's at least some truth to those rumors about Rubin being the white Diddy. We all remember how Diddy used to rule the Hamptons with his white parties. Back in the day, Diddy's parties were legendary, but now the buzz is that Mike Rubin has taken over the spotlight. With Diddy stepping back, Rubin's gatherings have become the talk of the town. But what's really going on at these events? And why does Lil Baby have so much respect for Rubin? Lil Baby recently shared his thoughts, saying he's been a great influence, a super great one. That's the part people don't always see. It seems Rubin isn't just about the glitz and glamour of hosting parties, he's someone who's making a real impact behind the scenes. Meanwhile, 50 Cent is back doing what he does best, stirring up conversations and dropping juicy details about others in the industry. Whether he's spilling the tea or calling people out, he always manages to keep the audience hooked. So, what do you think? Are these parties just about the fun, or is there more happening behind the scenes that keeps everyone so intrigued? Out Lil Baby for getting too cozy with billionaire Michael Rubin. So to give you some context, back in the summer of 2023, right before Cassie dropped her bombshell lawsuit against Diddy, Michael Rubin threw this over-the-top white party in the Hamptons, and it was the ultimate A-list event. We're talking Jay-Z, Beyonce, Tom Brady, Kim Kardashian, everyone who's someone in the entertainment and sports industry was there. Rubin also got Usher, Neo, Travis Scott, Jack Harlow, and Lil Baby to perform, but in the middle of all this, recently, 50 Cent caused a stir when he posted about a photo of Lil Baby hanging out with Michael Rubin and Kyle Kuzma. In the picture, the three look close, but 50 had something to say about it. Sharing the photo, he wrote, "See, this is why I don't go to these parties Puffy and them are at. What the F is going on here?" And being 50, he didn't stop there. He even joked about the guys hugging Lil Baby, telling them to get the F off him. Fans couldn't agree on what to make of his comments. Some thought it was just 50 doing what he does best, trolling for laughs and creating a little chaos for entertainment. Others believed he might have been serious and calling out something he found odd. Whether it's just a joke or something deeper, 50 Cent knows how to keep the internet talking. What do you think? Is it all fun and games, or is there more to the story? Industry parties always seem a little off, like there's something shady going on behind the scenes, and then some folks even allege that these events might be some kind of secret initiation or test rappers have to go through to climb higher on the fame ladder. And in the meantime, another photo from the party has been making the rounds, showing Michael Rubin hugging Lil Baby from behind. But that's not all. Lil Baby also posted a video on his IG story showing him on a private jet, with Michael Rubin laughing and joking about those. Photos of Lil Baby and Michael Rubin recently became the talk of the internet, with fans turning them into a flood of memes. People joked, calling Rubin Lil Baby's sugar daddy, and wild rumors started spreading like wildfire. Social media had a field day, poking fun and creating stories that spiraled out of control. But while many found it entertaining, the constant trolling eventually struck a nerve with Lil Baby. After staying quiet for a while, he finally addressed the jokes. The memes might have been funny to some, but they also highlighted how quickly things can get blown out of proportion online. At the heart of it, the bond between Lil Baby and Rubin has been misunderstood, and now it seems Lil Baby is ready to clear the air. It's a reminder that behind every viral moment, there's a real person dealing with the noise. Broke his silence, clapping back at the trolls and warning them not to play with his name. During his recent appearance on Lil Yachty's A Safe Place podcast, Lil Baby admitted the memes and jokes about him and Rubin did bother him. In fact, it bothered him so much that he asked Rubin to give him security footage from the white party to show people that the hug with Rubin and Cosma lasted only 5 seconds. Even the whole Mike Rubin thing, I was just going to say, like I was just about to say, bro, I don't play with. Lil Baby recently addressed the viral photo of him with Michael Rubin and Kyle Kuzma that sparked all kinds of jokes online. Setting the record straight, Lil Baby explained there was nothing weird or funny about the situation. He shared how Rubin, excited to see him, ran up to greet him. Meanwhile, Kuzma and others were just hanging out. Baby added that they were goofing around, joking about slamming each other to the ground, just playful banter between friends. They don't always get how we joke, Baby said, acknowledging the cultural differences. But even before the photo went viral, he told Rubin, "Man, I can't have pictures like this." While it might have been harmless fun in the moment, Baby admitted he understood how things can be misinterpreted online. It's a classic case of social media taking something out of context and turning it into a spectacle. Baby's message? Not everything is as serious as it seems, and sometimes people just need to chill. 8 people at the party, we in the middle of 100 people. There's nothing weird we could be doing in a party, right? With all these people watching us, the right. But I know how small people brains is, and then I already be knowing how much of people want to say something bad to me, bro. I literally win. That picture came out, I literally made Mike Rubin go to his security camera at his house, go to the footage and get the whole time, but I ain't even going to post that ___ on the internet. I'm just. Lil Baby recently opened up about the viral photo that sparked tons of memes and jokes online. He made it clear that he didn't want to blow it out of proportion, saying he wasn't trying to make a big deal out of it. "I just keep moving forward," he explained, focusing on keeping things positive. At the same time, he admitted that some of the jokes did get under his skin. "Where I come from, certain things just shouldn't be attached to your name," he said. But instead of letting the negativity get to him, Lil Baby chose not to stoop to that level. "Some stuff is so stupid, I just won't even waste my time with it," he shared, showing he's got a stronger mindset. Despite the drama, Lil Baby took a moment to praise Michael Rubin, showing that there's real respect between them. He's all about staying true to himself, handling the situation with grace, and not letting the online noise distract him from the bigger picture. Said he's been a super great influence in his life to be on me. Also, I think a lot of people don't know you and Michael Rubin relationship like people know y'all have a relationship. They won't never know that, you know what I'm saying? Like people think like you care to talk about it for a second. Very like, baby, you run with Mike, cuz whether they'll think like, oh baby, Mike Rubin a billionaire, and like I don't get what nobody got, you know what I'm saying? Whether he had a billionaire, whether he was a millionaire, whether I had, but he has been a great influence, a super great influence, and that's the part that people wouldn't see, and that's the part people want to see, and that's the part like I probably wouldn't even be able to bring people up on that speed. And what I mean about that is like, just like you, for instance, like me and you, we got a great relationship and ain't based on cuz like you Yacht the rapper or I'm a Little Baby the rapper. It's like, well, Lil Baby opened up about his relationship with Michael Rubin, saying that they've had some of the best conversations. He explained that they both find each other's lives fascinating. While Rubin is interested in how Lil Baby lives, the rapper is equally curious about Rubin's lifestyle. They connect because they both come from different worlds but find common ground by learning from each other. Lil Baby also praised successful black moguls, especially Swizz Beatz, who he sees as one of the few trailblazers in the industry. He admires these people because they've worked hard to reach the top. For Lil Baby, it's about looking up to those who succeeded and learning from their experiences to keep pushing forward. Back when I was a kid, I always wanted to hang with the people who got more than me. I don't want to be hanging with the guys who I got to tell them all the time that's already my role. So for order me to stay sharp, I got to deal with other people who got more than me, who already did. Who Baby even credited Rubin for helping him overcome a serious gambling addiction, and he revealed he once lost $8 million in a single day before Rubin stepped in to help him turn things around. Lil Baby shared an interesting story about his past gambling habits, revealing that the most he ever lost in a single day was around $8 million or $9 million. He explained that it happened over a 40-hour stretch, and after losing that much, he decided to stop gambling. To make sure he wouldn't fall back into it, he had his friend Michael Rubin write a letter to every casino to ban him from their premises. Lil Baby admitted he doesn't gamble anymore. As expected, once 50 Cent heard about Lil Baby's big loss, he couldn't resist making a joke about it. He quickly took to Instagram to roast the rapper, adding his own humorous spin to the situation. Losing $8 million in one go? That's insane. When 50 Cent heard about it, he couldn't help but laugh, saying he thought only Floyd Mayweather would do something like that. He also joked that at least Lil Baby didn't end up in serious trouble, like hurting someone. As for Michael Rubin, he also spoke up about those viral photos with Lil Baby. In an interview, he called the whole thing ridiculous and said the awkward moment was caused by alcohol. Rubin felt bad that the pictures went viral because it affected Lil Baby's career. He ended by saying that Lil Baby is one of the best people around, showing his respect for him despite the drama. It's crazy how things like this blow up on the internet, but the truth is, we all know how powerful those moments can be. And sometimes it's just about learning from them and moving forward. What do you think about all this? You know, kind of music career like you just want to root for the guy, and I'll tell you something, I've never actually said this before. You know, the stuff of the drunk was the most ridiculous thing in the world. Right, we're at a party, everyone's drunk. You know, it's a 13-hour party, people drink a lot of alcohol. You know, someone captures a picture of me jumping on his back for 1 second and says, oh, there's something suspect about it, this just there. Drunken guys, by the way, before cameras, we've all. He's truly one of the best people you could meet. Every time I've needed help, whether it's for charity work with the Reform Alliance or something else, he's always there to lend a hand. His work ethic is inspiring, and when you hear his story, it makes it even more impressive. I'm not an expert in music, but I first met him in the Bahamas back in 2020 with Drake. He told me how just a few years ago he was in jail and never even thought about rapping, and now he's at the top, living his dream. His journey shows what's possible when you push through challenges. Truly amazing. Done it like, let's keep it real, by way you love WWE. You've done it more than anybody. He's rolled around with people in their ski. Exactly, by the way, I haven't gone there, but you know, the thing that actually killed me about that is it actually hurt his career, you know, last year. And I thought, like, I've always wanted to help people he's crushing now, and I was just with him, training him in London. But actually, like, the thing is, he's such an extraordinary human being, and he's such a special person. And like, if you think about, you know, people who just want to hate on social media, who like one picture of a bunch of drunken people could be turned into something that it wasn't, but fans are still giving Michael Rubin the side eye and questioning his close relationships with all these rappers. In fact, some fans are already calling Rubin the white Diddy, and folks are speculating that Rubin might be stepping into the role of hosting those faux parties that Diddy was infamous for. So did Rubin really continue where Diddy left off? Are those white parties just glamorous networking events, or is there something more going on behind the scenes? Well, rumor has it that Michael Rubin is one of those industry gatekeepers, and apparently he's got a particular taste for rappers, and allegedly, if you're a young, hungry rapper trying to break into the big leagues, you might have to play along with Rubin and his circle of powerful friends at these white parties to move up the ladder. Allegedly, Rubin has a thing for targeting young black rappers and involving them in what some are calling humiliation rituals with his billionaire buddies. Case in point, remember that viral clip of Meek Mill doing a bunny hop for Rubin on a tennis court, meanwhile also cozying up to Robert Kraft. Go count out loud, the count out loud 42, keep going 7 8 9 1 2, keep going, don't cheat on your bunny hops, they suck, your bunny hops suck you. You could Google this stuff on TikTok. They got me, like, as I'm following Robert Kraft, they control me like puppets. This is no such thing. At one of my lowest points, this man really stepped up for me. Even Drake made an appearance at Michael Rubin's white party this year, and it just so happened to be the same day Kendrick dropped his diss track, Not Like Us. Fans couldn't stop talking about it. The real buzz was around Drake's appearance. He didn't seem like his usual self. The energy just felt off, and people couldn't help but wonder why he showed up at all with everything going on. To be honest, it looked like he didn't want to be there at all, almost like someone had to push him into attending. Even Jay-Z showed up at Michael Rubin's party, despite all the drama surrounding his old friend Diddy. But who is Michael Rubin, and why do so many celebrities want to hang out with him? Well, according to his Wikipedia, Rubin was born in 1972 in Philadelphia and raised in a Jewish family. He was already showing his business skills at a young age. Using his bar mitzvah money and a loan from his dad, Rubin opened a ski shop when he was just 14 years old. His dad even made him promise to go to college, and Rubin stuck to that promise. Isn't it crazy how his early moves helped him build such an influential network today? And expanded his ski shop business to 5 locations. By the time he started college, he enrolled at Villanova University but dropped out after just 1 semester when he made a big profit on a smart business deal. He then used the money from that deal and sold his ski shops to start KPR Sports, a company that bought and sold overstock brand name goods, and by 1995, the company was making $50 million a year. Rubin then went on to start another company which eventually became GS iCommerce, a huge e-commerce business worth billions today. He's the CEO of Fanatics Inc., a company that makes and sells licensed sportswear for major leagues like the NBA, NFL, MLB, NASCAR, Formula One, and WWE. Now you're probably wondering what's so shady about all of this. It sounds like Rubin is just a smart businessman, but here's where things get a little fishy. So Rubin always claimed that his success comes from his ability to make friends easily, but see, the weird part is that when you hear him speak in interviews, he doesn't exactly come off as charming or Michael Rubin seems like a likable guy, but some people might find him hard to tolerate. However, he sure knows how to throw an unforgettable party. He shared how this year's Super Bowl party, hosted by him, had many NFL team owners telling him it was even better than the game itself. He was pretty proud of that. Rubin explained that his goal is to bring the right people together in one room, and when that happens, great things naturally unfold. In one of his interviews, he even shared an interesting story about how his girlfriend had an Accident at his white party with only 350 people coming. We've had some significant accidents at the party over the past 2 years. Okay, the first accident that happened was, I want to make sure I get this right, Charlie D'Amelio sliced Dixie D'Amelio's finger trying to cut a bagel at 3:00 in the morning. Okay, that led to several stitches. That was year one's accident. So we actually thought we would be really prepared if we brought a medical staff for the party, because even those 350 people, we had a whole, medical SWAT team there, and crazy. So I went to the B. So after like 12 people performed, just like this incredible, like just natural performances that broke out of the party. Went to the boys' room, and I knew I was turning 50 this year, and so my 50th birthday was coming a couple weeks up, which was pretty depressing to me. And so Joel and B running out to me, Michael, you got to come here. You got to come here. Come here. Camille got hurt. This my girlfriend, because Camille got really hurt. I'm like, remember this? I'm like, Joe. Like stop, like I'm not falling for this, like I'm like no, you're not tricking me. And then they're like, you got to go upstairs, and all of a sudden we just had my third daughter, our second daughter together a few weeks earlier, thank you, and so she fainted. I would say, the truth be told, that she tried to drink with the boys and wasn't able to handle, so she's still going with fainting. It's a real debate within the Rubin household. I would probably. Michael Rubin shared a funny yet crazy story about one of his parties. So picture this, it was his big event, everything was going great, but then his girlfriend had a pretty bad fall. She ended up needing medical attention, so he had to leave the party early around 12:15 a.m. to take her to the hospital. Even though he was hosting, he didn't hesitate to step away. He explained that the EMT doctor and a medic came to check her out, and even Joel was there. Rubin was pretty real about the whole thing, saying that no matter how important the party was, his girlfriend's health had to come first. Hospital, and like literally as I'm getting there, someone else shows up, like one of our friends, and I'm like, Camille's like, why are you here? She's like, oh my god, when Drake got up and started performing, I jumped into a speaker _ blood coming out. She cracked her head open, so literally I'm in the hospital, and I've got Camille there waiting. I've got this other friend of mine, BJ, there, who's got blood squirting out of her head, who needed like 20 stitches in her head. So question is, what was she doing at Rubin's party that late at 3 a.m.? And then there's Rubin's own daughter, Kylie, who was 17 and getting cozy with rappers at her dad's party. There's just something of and creepy about Rubin's whole vibe, and it's weird that a guy like him managed to connect with practically everyone in the entertainment industry. I mean, it can't just be his money. There are other billionaires with even more cash, but you don't see them throwing parties with all these celebs. Well, remember those rumors that Rubin might have taken over from Diddy, so word on. There are rumors going around that Michael Rubin didn't just take over hosting the parties in the Hamptons, but he also stepped into a more controversial role. Some speculate that he took over Diddy's alleged blackmail operation, a scheme that's been rumored to be similar to the one run by Epstein, but within the hip-hop community. With Diddy losing favor with his powerful connections, many believe Rubin may have taken his place. And when it comes to white parties, Diddy actually helped popularize them back in the 90s. From 1998 to 2009, his white parties were the most exclusive events, setting a high standard for VIP gatherings. Events moving from one hot spot to the next, and what's also interesting is that many of the same celebs who party with Diddy at those events are now regulars at Michael Rubin's parties, from Leonardo DiCaprio to Jay-Z. But does this mean that all the celebrities at Michael Rubin's parties are getting tangled up in some weird illegal stuff and being blackmailed? Well, probably not, but the gossip is definitely swirling. People are saying that just like Diddy, Rubin hosts these late night after parties where there are growing rumors that some young rappers are getting mixed up in questionable activities with their wealthy older associates. Apparently, these older men, including Rubin, have a pattern of encouraging young black rappers to take part in humiliating acts. While it doesn't seem like anyone is being directly forced into these situations, many of these artists go along with it for various reasons. Some might be looking for a way out of legal issues, while others are hoping for career boosts, such as chart-topping albums or prestigious awards. The situation has raised concerns about the power dynamics at play. There's been a lot of talk lately, with some fans wondering if Michael Rubin is a gatekeeper in the music industry, connected to some powerful people pulling the strings behind the scenes. Rumors are spreading that young rappers and singers may need to go through an initiation process before they can hit the big time. Apparently, this involves being passed around among industry elites to climb to the top. With all the attention on Michael Rubin's white party, especially after Lil Baby's recent comments, the internet is full of wild theories. So, what's really going on? What's the truth behind these mysterious stories? Let's break it down. Your take on Lil Baby's close relationship with Mike Rubin. Why is Rubin so obsessed with rappers? And what do you think really goes down at those white parties? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to check out this next video.